The world's cities face a host of challenges. Rapidly rising urban populations will put further pressure on infrastructures often already on the brink of collapse. This trend will intensify the need for effective and sustainable transport, a steady supply of clean water and renewable electricity. How can we meet these challenges? Well, we need only look at Masdar City in the United Arab Emirates, where everything is being developed with a sustainable future in mind.
Most of the electricity needs of Masdar City comes from a photovoltaic plant, the 10 megawatt plant that is operational since 10 years. Plus, we have a rooftop system here, very efficient rooftop system in Masdar City. These are generating electricity for our needs.
The construction of Masdar City began in 2008, and today the city is home to companies, a university, and city dwellers.
So when we started working in renewable energy in early 2007, 2008, it was something good to have for the environment, reducing the carbon emissions is good to have. But today, the case of renewable energy became an economical case. Now, with the conditions we have in this region, very good radiation, ability to attract investors, ability to attract financing, the case for renewable energy became very attractive. So today, it costs less to have renewable energy projects. The generation cost is much more attractive in comparison with normal ways of generating electricity.
Transport is another of the city's focus areas. Cities around the globe need to provide modern transport systems that minimize traffic congestion and give residents smooth, swift daily travel options. And this transport overhaul must be sustainable. Urban developers are therefore exploring electric and autonomous mobility based on a large fleet of cars and small buses.
We're going to go on the Navia autonomous vehicle.
This means that everybody working or living within the city will be using fossil-free transport.
It's a technology that everyone's talking about. It can interact with other pedestrians, it can interact with other cars. Transportation accounts for about 15% of our total carbon footprint. But in advanced economies like Europe and the US, it's up around 25 to 30%. So we need to implement clean transportation, and we're slow at doing that. But you're in an entire development of a small city that's based on how do we demonstrate how do we use less, and how do we demonstrate how do we use renewable. The Abu Dhabi leadership doesn't believe that the oil age will end because we run out of oil, but because we're going to get to something better, and they want to be a part of that.
The Masdar City project is developed and owned by Masdar, a company active in more than 20 countries. It is also behind some of the world's largest solar and energy projects, including the London Array wind farm and the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum solar park.
The most fundamental thing I would say that has changed is that the economic argument around renewables is now undeniable. Over the last sort of 10 years, the price of solar panels have come down by about 80%. Wind turbines have come down by about a third. And at this point in time, in the majority of countries, you can generate power through renewable sources cheaper than your traditional fossil fuel source.
The continuous testing of new ideas is an important aspect of the project.
Very often, you find the most interesting solutions coming from the zones or gaps or the overlaps between different disciplines, and I find that fascinating. This is effectively a wind tower. It's one of our many pilot projects that's happening at Masdar City. Essentially what's happening here is that we're experimenting to see the effect of catching wind at a very high level, cooling that wind with a water misting device at the top. So it's catching cooler winds, cooling it down further, and using this effect to bring cooler air into an outdoor environment. What you see is staircases, shading device, walking balcony. Normally, people put these staircases in the middle of the building. By putting it outside, rid of the ventilation, that's gone. So that's money saved. Straight to the point, for the Siemens building, we're achieving over 40% energy saving and 50% water saving.
We may be talking about construction and city layout, but the ideas come from not only engineers and architects, but also a wide variety of other people working on the city project.
So it's how all these different things are connected together, one thing informing another, and then trying to create a coherent architectural solution. When we talk about different disciplines, we're not only talking about architects, engineers, we're talking about all stakeholders. We're talking about how we work with the people who are managing this from a very senior level. We're talking about building authorities, government agencies. We're talking about the financial teams,
Yes.
the economic model that runs into this. So it's a very, very wide network that you need to be involved, because as I say, sustainability is something that involves everyone. So this idea of figuring out how to improve the design process in order to achieve outcome is an ongoing discussion that we have within Masdar. And through each project, we try to make tweaks to kind of find that better collaboration.